me, it's Johnny Boy. We're back at it, and we're in the garden, and we've got the battery changed on the digger. The digger's going. Let's have a look over here and just come and show you on this bit. I'm going to change the camera soon as well. I'm going to change the camera. Thanks for the advice, guys out there. Really appreciate it. So if you look down here, you'll be able to see. There we are. Look, it's coming along nicely now. We've got a sort of top up over there behind the sleepers. But the first thing we're going to be doing this morning is we're going to be doing this. Let me just turn the camera. There you go. We're going to get this in. We've got our muck mix. We've got concrete underneath that, absolutely solid concrete bed. We don't want that to go anywhere at all. And you see there's not piles of concrete on the inside either. So it's measured concisely. And then we've got muck over here. Jack's mixed the muck up. And we've got the slurry on here. Jack, good morning.
Morning.
It's Monday morning, Jack. And you haven't seen the latest vlog, have you?
No.
Well, you need to see it because there's a little bit about you as well on there. Like, so you need to watch that at some point. You looking forward to that moment?
No.
Okay. That's Jack. And anyway, so we're going to get on with this now. We're going to put this in. We've got a 4mm gap in between each brick, and it's looking good. We've cut on one side, not two sides. And the reason for that, which I didn't explain correctly the other day, is that this isn't exactly a perfect radius. I mean, we haven't just made it up. The distance that runs straight from there to here is different from the straight line on this side. So we're going to get on with that now, get it done, get it completed, and you'll be able to see this in time lapse. We're just taking it off time lapse a moment. Jack, can we just show the back of that unit now you've got? So there you are. Jack's put that slurry on, and primer slurry on the back. But if you look down here, we're going to take each one off individually because that's the cuts that we want. So if you look at that, that's absolutely solid concrete. Tap it, Jack. So absolutely fine. There you are. And then we put a mortar on top. And how thick is the mortar? How thick?
20-30 mil.
20-30 mil. And then we've got this unit then, so that's been stuck on the back. So it's all working. Right, back to time lapse. Well, that's where we are. We haven't tidied them all up yet and pushed them in, squeezed them in and make sure they're all lined up. But you can see it's come around very nicely round to here, and we're going to return back over to that side. So what I wanted to show you is, so what we have here, we've created a planting pocket here, and we knew we were going to have one, and this is how we've decided to do the brick edge. So you can see we've got it all lined up, and we've cut on one side there. We haven't cut two sides. I can't remember why. But there you go. You can actually see that. And it's not bad at all. So they're 100 mil wide, 90 mil, 95, somewhere around there with a cut. And it's looking good. It sweeps around there lovely. And what we haven't done, we've kept it just to here, about 2/3, 3/4, because it just looked better than taking it right to the end. It just breaks the line up. So that's looking good. We've got the steps in here, the stepping stones. We've got to put the ball nose on the front of these steps very soon. And we've loosened all the soil up. We've got to top dress it with some decent stuff. We'll loosen this up again. We've got to build this manhole up to the right level. The decking and the cladding's almost finished. And then what we have to do,
the quads.
so important it was to show. That's been chatted. Wasn't it important to show these people what we were doing with this, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's not laid on soil, is it?
No.
What's it laid on?
Got your PQC at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got our bed and mortar, about 20 mil.
Yeah.
With our slurried slab.
Yeah. So we've got not too strong concrete bed or a mix rather. So, but the other thing we've done, we've actually used these spaces. These are 4 mil spaces. But what I want to do is just show you how important. If you look at that, if you don't get the slurry off, you could be in trouble. Oops, gotta be careful there. So just try and get this off now, and make sure it's nice and clean, because it will come off later on. But why struggle later on when you can spend a bit of time? And like I said, the attention is in the detail. And I should have done this earlier, but we had a skip arrive, and we wanted to get the skip loaded. But the other thing, of course, is that we're levelling off the ground over there, and it's going to rain. When's it going to rain, Jack?
Tonight and all week, I think.
Yeah. So sometimes we have to get the balance right about what we're doing and when we're doing it, because now, if it does rain, it's not a problem now, because we've levelled the ground off. I've got to do a little bit more today, but we've levelled the ground off. But it's so important that you keep a bucket. I think, do you know what? I really think this is one of the best tools you ever have, because this is going to get you out of trouble. If something's not quite level, quite not lined up, if it's clean, it looks good. So, sponge. There we are. That's what we done yesterday. We got that in and levelled off the garden. I'm going to show over there. What we don't want to be doing is we don't want to be walking on that today, because that's just going to get all muddy. So first job this morning, we're going to get that chamber in there, extend that. So annoying that inspection chamber is there, but we can't do nothing about it. We're not going to hide it like you see all too often. Some people would put just soil on top of that and cover it. But it's not what we're going to do. We have to extend it, we have to get it right height, because if they did have a blockage, you want to be able to rod your drains. So that's got to be done. And then the other thing that's got to be done, we've got to put this picture frame, as I said yesterday, all the way along there. And what we have here, we have some air bricks. Okay, there are the air bricks. Never blocking your air bricks. You know, if you can come above them, but you've got to keep a void. You don't want nothing going down there. There's another one there, and there's another one there. So we've got to make sure that we don't cover them up. There you are, Jack's just pulling this out now. That must be 8 inches thick, isn't it? 8 inches thick at least, and not needed, is it, Jack? Just to lay a path on.